But my parents were successful people because they lived to see all 4 of their children live a life better than their own. Now, why do I tell you that story? I want you to know a little bit about me, but I tell you that story because that's not my story alone. That's our story. You see, I don't know most of you. I don't know virtually any of you in person. But I know you're Americans. And I know that in America, we are all just a generation or 2 removed from a similar story. Whether they came from another country or not, we are all a generation or 2 removed from someone who made incredible sacrifices so you could be and have the chances they never did. Maybe it's what your grandparents did for your parents. Or maybe it was your parents. Maybe it was your father who worked 2 jobs. Maybe it was your mother who undertook incredible sacrifices. Maybe it was your parents that did whatever they needed to do so you could have the hope and the dreams that they once had for themselves but remain unfulfilled. Or maybe it's you doing that for your children now. Maybe you're the young father who goes to school at night and works all day to get a better job so your kids can get ahead. Maybe you're the mother that cleans hotel rooms so that your kids could have the chance to be all the things you once wanted. My point is, this is what makes us different. In every country in the world, people have big dreams. In every country on this planet, parents work hard to give their kids a better life. But only here has it been possible for so many people so many times. What my parents achieved, what they did for me, and what your parents achieved and what they did for you, it has a name. It's called the American Dream. And the American Dream is not about how much money you make. The American Dream is not about how many buildings have your name on it. The American Dream is not about how many things you own on the day you die. The American Dream is about the God-given right to life and to liberty and to pursue happiness. If we lose the American dream, if we ever become like one of those countries where your future depends on who your parents are, if we ever become one of those places where your tomorrow is determined by your yesterdays, then we stop being a special country. Because every country in the world has rich people. And we admire people that are successful in this country. We lift up financial success. We don't criticize it, we don't demonize it. But that's not what makes us special. Every country has rich people. What makes us truly special is that we have millions of people that are never going to be rich and quite frankly aren't trying to get rich. Because when you join the armed forces or go into the ministry, when you become a teacher or a nurse, a firefighter or a police officer, you know you're not going to become a billionaire doing that job. You do it because you love what you do and because you want to make enough money to own a home in a safe and stable neighborhood, to retire with dignity, and to give your kids the chance at a life better than your own. This is what we fight to preserve. For if the American dream slips away, we become just like any other country. Maybe a rich one, maybe a powerful one, but no longer a special one. And that is at the core of this election. Because if we stay on the road we are on right now, we will lose the American dream. If we stay on the road that Barack Obama has put us on, and Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders wants us to remain on, we will lose what makes us special. We must act now. And I want you to understand that the life we've enjoyed, the American dream that made us special, it was not automatic. It was not an accident. America is a special country because of what the people who came before us did. Because for over 200 years, each generation in America did what needed to be done. Each generation before us, they solved their problems. Each generation before us, they confronted their challenges. Each generation before us, they embraced their opportunities. For 200 years, we have been a country where parents leave their children better off than themselves. My friends, the time has come for this generation to do its part. And if you elect me president, this generation will do its part. If you elect me president, you will have a president that serves all the American people. A president that tries to unite us, not divide us. A president that will not ask you to hate another group of Americans so I can win an election. We're not going to agree on everything. We're Americans. We disagree about everything and we talk about it because we're free. But even those people that say nasty things about me, even the people that protest against me, even the people that put up nasty things about me on Twitter, we will cut their taxes too. I intend to be the president of the United States. Because if you want to be the president of the United States, then you must love the American people, even the ones that don't love you back. If you elect me president, I will lead this generation to confront our challenges. We will not run from them. We will confront them and we will solve them. We will embrace the principles that made us special. I will never apologize for America. I will never go around the world telling people how bad America is the way this president's done. I will always be proud of this nation and what it's done, but I will be excited about what it's going to do.
Yes.
We are going to re-embrace free enterprise. We are going to embrace limited government. We are going to have a strong national defense. We are going to do what needs to be done. And I know that times are tough. I know that all the news seems bad. I know that every day when the mail comes, you're worried about opening that mailbox because there's always some bill in there you didn't see coming. I know that times are difficult. People are working hard and they feel like nothing gets better. But I want you to believe, I want you to understand what the world and what history will say about us if we do what needs to be done this year. It will say that this generation of Americans, you and I, lived in the early years of this new century in a very difficult time. The world was changing, life around us was being disrupted, and we almost got it wrong. After 8 years of Barack Obama, we came this close to getting it wrong. But then in 2016, we remembered who we were. In 2016, we remembered what America was. And we did what needed to be done. And we confronted our challenges. And we embraced our opportunities. And because we did, our children became the freest and the most prosperous Americans that ever lived. Because we did what needed to be done, the American dream didn't just survive. It reached more people and changed more lives than ever before. Because we did what needed to be done, the 21st century was even better than the 20th century. It was a new American century. This is the history we have a chance to write together. And we still have time to get it right. But we're running out of time. It has to happen now. It has to happen this year. And that's why I'm asking you for your vote. That's why I'm asking you to vote for me. That's why I'm asking you to go out and find other people to vote for me. That's why I'm asking you to get people that may be supporting someone else to vote for me, because friends do not let friends vote for a con artist. That's why I'm asking you to do whatever you can do so we can win. Because if I win and I become president of the United States, let me rephrase that. When I win, we will do what needs to be done. And we are going to leave for our children what our parents left for us. We are going to leave for our children what Americans always leave their children: the single greatest nation in the history of all mankind. Thank you.